switch sides just now? Did we just get...
Debated.
What's... Wait a second. Okay. No, this is good. We just update this and we'll be fine, actually.
2, 1, go!
Alright. Ethan, go ahead and tell them what's happening.
Off the bat, gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Sephiroth. I've never been able to learn how to figure him out, but
I'll be
if he's someone that actually knows how to make him work, it's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now this is... so Ness is kind of known as the mashy character, and Sephiroth obviously has a very long sword. And so I'm curious in this matchup if outspacing the Ness gives him the advantage, or if Ness is able to get close to Sephiroth and just never let him start anything to begin with, just like Cloud. Because I could see that giving him some problems. And it looks like this Ness is trying to stay close. I think that's his game plan right now. Because I think Ness does win when he's closer in this matchup.
And he's not giving much space either, Sephiroth.
I think Ness can down B those projectiles from Sephiroth, so that's one thing to keep in mind in this matchup. Is I think that's one option that's kind of limited because of that. So we're at the range right here where either player could get a kill fairly easily. Ness is in back throw range, I believe, or rather, I guess Sephiroth is.
There it is.
And so I'll be curious to see what Zygore's go-to option for getting a kill here is, because I think that's something that Sephiroth could struggle with.
I would expect probably some more aerials, and that's where to go. Wow.
Well, he gets the air dodge trick, and actually, yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Trying to line up the 2-frame here, so this is where Sephiroth, or maybe Xygore is a player, I'm not sure which, is just struggling a little bit to find a kill here. And it's a little demoralizing once you obviously die to an up B like that, but he's staying in it, and Sephiroth has some gimmicks he might be able to pull out and do the same thing back to him, so we'll see if he's able to. It looks like Zygore's still playing patient and still trying to space and things like that, though, which is good. And Sephiroth is so light, that kill spark. Oh, he's caught by the charge. Yeah. At a higher percent, you have less ledge invincibility, so he's able to just kind of hold it there and gets clipped by it. So, a pretty close game. As far as... I think Xygore fell a little bit behind when he didn't get the first kill, and then obviously he got hit by the up B to die at, like, I forget, 40 maybe or something. And so, definitely set him back a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to at least take a game here. Or bring it back. He'll have the counter pick for the stage, so we'll see how much that helps him.
Now, do you want a wider stage with Sephiroth, or would you want something that increases the amount of close-up attacks?
I think you want a wider stage. I wouldn't be surprised. So Battlefield, it's not the biggest stage, but it's a lot bigger than things like Northern Cave and Smashville. And that's because the more distance even just you spawn in with between you and Ness, the more time... Oh, he's going Cloud, which is still a sword character. I think he's still going to play around the spacing. So the more stage room there is to run away from Ness, the easier it'll be to get to a spot where he can try to space out the Ness with the sword, obviously.
With the smaller hitbox, I feel like taking Cloud is probably the better idea, to be honest. It's a lot more areas to hit, even though the Sephiroth has a longer sword. Just Cloud has so much more range and hit.
Yeah, and I think Cloud is a little bit faster as well. And so... Oh, so Ness can actually absorb the the blade beam from Cloud. That's something interesting to know. It's unfortunate for Xygore that both of his characters here are gonna get countered by Ness in that way, but Cloud still has some very strong tools. In the up air is one example, the back air is another example, and Limit.
Yeah. Just waiting for him to throw out something and just hit him with that.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good thing to be used to. Is just waiting and punishing, because you see people throw out kill options a lot and get punished for it, but right there we see just some patience every once in a while wrong way. That was a interesting combo. And it net him a good 40 damage, now it's at 54. So he's actually in the lead here now. So we'll see if he can carry that, or if he's gonna get gimped, because that was his double jump. Ooh,
Nice.
gets back just far now. Oh, he gets the read. That's almost gonna kill, but instead it's gonna net him 1 damage and some stage control, which is all gonna be taken back by the absorb. Alright, so it looks like Xygore's doing a good job of keeping Specs kind of in the corner of the stage right now. I've noticed he's in center stage a good amount right now. Not really letting Ness get there, but he finds a trade, and Ness's back here is very strong. But, yeah.
Cloud is not one to really run aerials against Ness, so sticking on the ground in this stage is probably going to be the
Yeah. That's I'd say the most scary thing. When I think of Ness, I think of him holding shield and then naring out of shield. That's just what that's the image in my head.
Grabbing out of shield is also really clear, especially with someone who, if you throw on a move as Cloud, you're most likely going to be the
Yeah. And unless you can find the spacing there on the back, because if you can space with the back air, it's you're gonna be relatively safe a lot. And so there is a perfect example of Ness being able to nair out of shield when it doesn't really seem like that's what should have happened, but I'm a little too afraid of the down smash, which I don't blame him. That it's a very strong tool against a character with